not bad. So, what do the three weaving sisters know of me then, You were about to say.
They told me, I believe the phrase they used was you had pulled some strings. They didn't elaborate, but suggested I ask you about it.
Pulled strings. I know full well what they meant. But to this point, I was uncertain whether they did. Let me twist your question back. What do you suppose they implied?
I got the sense they felt that you had altered their designs somehow. Pulling strings, changing their weavings, and not in a small way either, but I merely guess.
You don't merely anything, Malinois. Well, if those three already know my past, you ought to know it too. And 'tis easier to explain, I suppose, if you look upon me as I am.
Headmistress, what? You're beautiful. But what is this? I don't understand. Some trick you're playing, or some glamour, or...
No. The trick is when the veil is on. Look upon me, and do not avert your eyes. I know those eyes better than you.
How is this possible? Who are you?
When I was a mere babe, I washed up on the bank of the Cocytus, with naught but moonlight to guide me. Selene looked out for me, informed me that the Titan Kronos took my family, and that I alone escaped. Thus, I trained.
You trained for the task. Death to Kronos. You attempted all of that before I did.
Before is not entirely correct. I was a capable student, but very raw. Vengeance was my headmistress. And one night I found the wretch, spewed every curse that I knew, and descended into the abyss of his subconscious.
But I had you to teach me to descend to the abyss of the subconscious. You mean to say you figured it out entirely on your own? That's impossible.
Speaking from experience, I beg to differ. But at any rate, something did go awry. Time and nightmare fused, and I discovered I was someplace else. I sought the end of time, but had arrived somewhere closer to the beginning.
And then you lived for eons, waiting for the weavings of the fates and me, for a second chance. Headmistress, Gods.
I dared not tamper with the fates' designs more than was strictly needed. In this form, I ingratiated myself to your father and mother, became handmaiden to the queen, in fact. Thus, when Kronos inevitably struck, they gave their newborn daughter not to the river Styx, but to me.
Then, you did everything in your power to prepare me, so that I might succeed where you failed.
Correct. 'Tis as I always told you, I am not your mother, Malinois. Neither did I have one myself. However, I had reason to be confident in your abilities. So, there you are. How you must hate me for all this.
No. How can you even say that still, Headmistress? I love you, and you are my mother, whether you can admit it or not. And even if we're far too much alike.
I love you too, of course, Malinois, with all my heart and soul. Far more than I could ever love myself. And I am so sorry for all that you had to endure, for the family you never had.
But I have my family. I have you.
An Aria's soul must know of this, I trust you understand. The three fates, fine, and we and no one else. Now then, shall we pretend that none of this transpired?
I'll be discreet, of course, but won't pretend.